What's the all right, so we've talked about this in the past, the process. Say that, Joe fails a drug test with his trucking company. He's out. He's got to go do the SAP program. Charles, what's the process from step 1 to 5 to get to that follow-up situation, and what do you require?
Well, the steps are step one is the driver will contact the SAP, and boom, that's step one. Step two, the SAP accept the driver. Now the driver got steps one and two done on the clearinghouse, and he's officially in the SAP return to duty process. So now the clock is ticking on his. He's good. He gets through with the initial assessment. That's step three. The SAP clicks step three. Boom, it's updated and done. Then he gets me my final SAP drug screen, and I wrap things up and send him his return to duty letter. That's step four. Now that's the process. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the SAP process. Initially, now the SAP disappears. He goes like a ghost, goes away. Everything now is between the clearinghouse, the driver, and the employer. And the SAP is really not obligated to even pick up their phone again, but they should. These are human beings, and they need service after sales.
Yeah, I noticed that about you. You definitely you're really good about keeping contact, and I bet you it gets pretty hard because there's a lot of people out there.
You get burned out. You get burned out, but you got to do it because this is a deal with. I know I'm tripping right now, but if you help a man get his good paying job back because of just a hiccup, he's not really an addict, it's just a hiccup that occurred, I got to believe that God is involved in it because he wants to see families stay together, and he wants that man, the masculine part of the family, to get out there and get that cow and bring it back home.
Fix
you
his
gotta
mistake,
help a man keep working.
Get back to work.
Yes.
Sure. Now, and Charles, a lot of people talk about when it comes to the SAP program, they're paying thousands. And as we talked about earlier, some people are getting scammed out of thousands because they don't know the rules, they don't know the laws. Charles, how much do you charge, and how long does it typically take for somebody to get to the return to duty process with you compared to some companies that might milk the driver, milk the person for all the money they got?
Yes. Well, with me, Focus 7, I'm a little bit different from other SAPs because I'm a certified alcohol drug counselor, and I've been one for a long time. So I understand the addiction game and the drug game. I'm not just a bureaucrat, doing this type of stuff. So with the criteria that I know when just a drug awareness course and me having rapport and having a good talking with them, those two things will be suffice. That would help them. And it does work. Everybody doesn't need to go to treatment. Everybody doesn't need to go to treatment. Certain people do, yes, but not everybody. Therefore, my SAP return to process can take only 2 to 3 days. And they like that. Employers like it, and drivers like it.
I did. Yeah, I definitely liked it personally. I really loved it. Being able to get back, and like I said before, I wish I would have known that it would be that easy.
Yeah.
And the difference between you and other guys is what you're doing is 100% FMCSA regulated, legal. There's no time limit to getting back to the RTD.
No, there's no time limit.
The follow-ups has the time, but not the return to duty.
Yes, exactly. That's everybody. Did you hear that? Brad just cracked the code on that. That's how you do it. Now, you could get back to work in 2 to 3 days if you go through my process, and I declare, or with my clinical judgment, see that it was what I call a hiccup in life. However, the other steps, they're not under the SAP preview. You're going to have to go by federal regulations with the employer and the clearinghouse. So also, it's important that you're out of work when you got a SAP violation. You don't need to be price gouged. You don't need to be charged thousands.
Exactly.
And it's really frustrating for drivers to get that hidden cost where they pay a SAP fee, and they find out they got to get transferred to another person to do the treatment, and they want them some Benjamins. Then they get to another person, and they got to have theirs, and then a house man still wants his cut, and this ain't Las Vegas. So look, it's important that a SAP prescribe the pricing up front. My pricing is very simple. It's a pricing strategy that pretty much Walmart use. They call it the everyday low price, which is a thing. Look it up. It's you just give the simple everyday low price, which is $4.11 using Cash App. If it's PayPal, it's $416. If it's a credit or debit card over the phone, Square charges $20, so it's $420. My SAP fee is $400, and
I think that's ironic that you're paying $420 to a SAP counselor. I just want to put that out there. I get the fee. You're just trying to cover the fees, but that's just that's just right on the cherry on top right there.